Hello Aries, and welcome to Sincere Tarot. This is your What Do You Need to Know for Mid-March tarot reading, and your energy is the Five of Swords. So there may be some clashing ideas. There might be some people that you're having arguments with. This could also be internal mental conflict. So let's see what you need to know for mid-March. All right, what does Aries need to know for mid-March? I feel like it's about something that's in the past been on hold for a while. Okay, this is interesting. All right, so first off, the energy in the past, we've got the Hanged Man. So this could be about a person or a situation. For some of you, it might be a situationship that you've been putting yourself on the back burner, or it could be something related to work or school or something. You've been waiting so patiently, and it's not been fun, but you've had to, so you've done it. This is cool. Your energy this month is coming up as the King of Cups. So that is someone who's quite emotional, but like emotionally intelligent. They've mastered their emotions, like a very strong empath sometimes. Yeah, so, but it's interesting because I feel like for some of you, this is going to be a relationship, because what you need to know about is the Five of Cups. But again, this could be a situation, or it doesn't necessarily need to be romantic, but again, another five, so it's a temporary setback, and it never really lasts long, but there's some sort of upset. For a lot of you though, it will be about a romantic relationship, but this can represent business partnerships or any other type of partnership. For some of you, it can be, but not many I'm feeling, it can be the balance of the inner masculine and feminine within yourself. But yeah, so for a lot of you, this will be, there's difficulty in a relationship, trouble in paradise, essentially. And it might, maybe this was left on hold for so long and you're kind of just almost getting disinterested, looking somewhere else, not wanting to deal with it. I'm feeling like you're not wanting to deal with a certain situation right now. The outcome, and I'm going to clarify this, but the outcome is the Nine of Swords. So I feel like you're going to end up feeling like you've been hard done by. Just remember, these are swords, so they're thoughts. They're not necessarily actual manifested reality, okay? But you have certain negative thoughts around this situation, this relationship, and I think you feel like you've been victimized, which you kind of have, but then you kind of hold on to that a little bit too tightly, so you can't move through the emotions. I would say with this other person or this other situation or work or whatever, to be charitable, and they're going to be a bit charitable to you. Give the benefit of the doubt. If it's your work, for example, remember these are general readings, but if it's your work and they're asking if you can take a pay cut because of, what's going on, I would say that's them being generous instead of firing a whole bunch of people, for example. Yeah, and if this is about another person or a relationship, like they do want to be with you for sure. It's just going through some difficult times, and both of you are more focused on how yourself feels. So you're focused on you, they're focused on them and how their feelings, and they're kind of in the middle of it. So it's like neither of you are really in a place to comfort each other, but the love is real, right? If this is a romantic relationship, the love is real, the love is strong, right? That is the energy. I feel like you're going to move in a direction. Just be practical. Just do what you can, right? I feel like sometimes you expect yourself to do everything and be everything to everyone, but you just got to do what you can, and that's going to change on a day-to-day basis. All right, let's get some clarification cards. Clarification for Aries and what they need to know for mid-March. Okay. Interesting. All right. So you have a lot of hope. There's something that you truly wish, that you truly desire. It may have something to do with your romantic relationship or being in one, that you're romantically interested in someone, for example, or about work. But you've got a lot of hope, you've got deep desires, and you're feeling optimistic. I mean, remember, this is from a spiritual perspective, so even if you don't, it might be more spiritually optimistic if you're not feeling it in your head. Okay, so what it is that you need to know about, please listen to this, with this, either it's a relationship or a situation, is be very careful what you say, because the Knight of Swords tends to have a very sharp tongue, and yes, they speak the truth, but just because something's true doesn't mean you have to speak it. And you know, it's kind of like saying things off the cuff without considering how this might affect the other person's emotions, and that can cause a lot of discomfort and upset potentially in the relationship. But this relationship is strong. Look, we've got the Lover's energy in between, which is clarified by lust, also known as strength. Like, this situation is actually making both of you spiritually more connected, and really it's like revealing the strength of your connection, that you're still together and you're still trying. I feel like whatever it is that you're going to be disappointed about, it's going to change the direction of your life, but I feel like you should have a choice. Let me just clarify that. And yeah, you should have a choice, and to go with what spiritually feels correct. So listening to your intuition rather than your head. Your head tends to stress you out, it looks like. All right, yeah, and just kind of be a little bit open-minded. It's like being practical with yourself, and also remembering to do self-care is really important for mid-March. And if there is any difficulty, like with a particular relationship, whether it's romantic, friendship, business, etc., like a work colleague, just do your best to bite your tongue and kind of have a bit of a truce. I would say that for sure. All right, let's get some advice cards. So advice for Aries for this situation in mid-March. All right, first advice card, we have got the Sun. Everything's going to be okay. Believe it or not, this situation is leading you on the path towards your greatest joy. So keep at it, you got this. Second advice card, we have got the Ace of Swords. And so just to speak your truth, think about having a new perspective, because honestly, I really do feel like you stress yourself out so much. Try whatever you need to do to clear your head and just be able to focus. I would do that. When you do have conversations with people that are necessary, I would just stick to kind of like one point and not move beyond that one point. Think about what's the one thing that actually is important. So the third advice card, we've got the World. Some of you, this might mean some physical travel for you, some of you, but for all of you, it's going to be, you're like wrapping up something I feel that was on hold for a long time. You'll be wrapping that up pretty soon. And the fourth advice card, we have got the 10 of Swords. And so I know this looks bad, and it kind of is in the moment, but it's a 10. So it's the end of that cycle, and you can move on upwards and onwards. I feel like you're gonna just get to the point where you will, like this is saying, so your outcome is the 9 of Swords, right? And your advice is the 10 of Swords. Surrender, just surrender to this situation that is stressing you out. You need to allow it. I feel like there's a certain situation, it's creating negative thoughts in your head because you don't want this to be the way that it is, but you really need to just inhale it and just, this is the way that it is. Accept it. You are in this situation, and it might not be fair, it might be cruel, but you're in this situation, and you're just gonna continue to beat yourself up if you don't just accept that this is a situation that you're in, and at least try and be a little bit at peace with that. If you'd like a private reading, send me an email or check out my website down below. You can also follow me on social media. Definitely make sure you're subscribed and hit the notification bell so you never miss a video, because I do monthly and mid-monthly videos. And if you're still here, secret bonus card. Ooh, Princess of Wands. So follow your inspiration, follow your joy, follow your bliss, follow what feels good, and act on it within 1 minute when you feel that inspiration. Have a great month. Bye.